Well, hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a very nice day.
Indeed.
We have a very interesting spoiler race for you today, versus Spytron and Butterlord. Um, this is gonna be a race.
This is gonna be an interesting one.
It's
What is this
we
pre-season that we're getting?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing. Being goofballs.
Yes, well, they're allowed to be goofballs until 1 minute out when they get the file name. So we allow it.
True enough. True enough.
Yes.
They're just about to get started. So we got preset A today, and it's kind of gross, but not entirely because of preset A.
Yeah, so preset A, if you don't know, is long side quests, which means all long side quests are in logics. So stuff like wither trees, taking a picture of the full moon, edit, taking pictures for Lenzo, all of that's fair game. But we have some really nasty stuff.
There's some kind of mean stuff, not gonna lie.
Yes, but it looks like we are about to get started here in a few seconds. So hopefully, our runners.
What torture along side quest is in logic today? The worst is camel full moon picture, I think.
Yeah,
but
I would definitely say that one.
There's a lot of stuff that makes it really bad that just is really unlucky with the spoiler log.
Yeah,
Right,
there's.
so our runners are both going off to windfall right away.
Yeah, it's just mostly like day and night cycles in terms of camo. Just some other, just underlying things that just kind of make it bad. If that makes sense.
All right, this play makes sense. So Tot has our leaf. You can see Butterlord already starting to think a little bit about money. When we were doing routing for this in the comm chat before the race, you figure like you kind of have to go to windfall 3 times the way it's routed. So the start of my route, we get taught and then you just leave, which is, it feels awful. I'm interested to see if the runners do something different or if like they're in the same mood. Spy looks like he's on his way to leave. No, Spy's on his way to talk to children. I guess.
Yeah, so looks like Spy is warping to DRI. That's kind of interesting. Oh, they're both going. That's very interesting. So there is a couple things here at DRI. Well, first of all, they're collecting Wind Shrine, which is a nice little bottle.
Nice little bottle.
Normally you won't see runners pick up bottles because it's slow. Because usually you only get it if you want a fairy or you want grandma. But grandma's just kind of hard required, this seed. Is flowers an option? If you're talking about like the little town flower that we get, unfortunately it's just not an option. Though that's just hard required today. Yeah. So we do have to decorate Windfall today. So we do have to decorate Windfall today. We also have to stock exotic flower. So really we just get to see a bunch of flowers today, which I'm not upset about because I like flowers.
Flowers are pretty nice. Originally, when I was doing the routing for this, I routed in a double dip to Outset, but I don't know why I wasn't thinking about the fact that like we just get soup. The only other thing on Outset is magic meter upgrade.
There's also something underneath Link's house too.
Yeah, Furores, I believe.
Right. Because I think because we routed this beforehand, and we routed a double dip to here, and it kind of just worked out.
I see what they're doing though.
Cycles, yeah, it makes sense what they're doing. Getting ghost ship as soon as possible is pretty nice, especially since we're already going to an island that's already close to it.
Oh yeah. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, because on night 1 it's going to be at Crescent. Ghost Ship's going to be at Crescent, and the way that me and Pixel had originally routed it is we would get it later at Diamond Step. But you know, this also works. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to pick up Double Magic though, because it's just right across the way.
I don't think that they will because they just got soup.
Right.
Is my thinking. Originally, when we were looking at this, we kind of ignored that.
Right. What sprite is Spy using? I am so glad you asked.
Oh no!
Spy is using Reverse Link. It's a skin.
It's cursed.
It's great.
It's a very cursed skin.
And it looks like Spy is gonna go pick up Double Magic, which honestly it makes sense. Considering something that we were talking about earlier. So earlier we were talking about camo. And camo has grappling hook. Now that wouldn't be so bad because we can pretty much skip grappling hook, except for one little thing. We need to scale the wall in paw print, and you need grappling hook to get that. So getting camo is kind of rough, especially since we're not going to be on a good day and night cycle for it. Since we do have to collect Ghost Ship anyways, and Ghost Ship only appears at night, so we're already going to be like off on the full moon.
So it's very, very possible, based on what we know about Spy and the fact that grappling hook only really is hard required for scale of the wall, that we're going to see Spy do a grapple skip. And that's why we're getting magic meter upgrade on Spy's end. Because Spy made up a lot of... Well, sorry, Butterlord had a little trouble with this trick initially. Spy's made up a bunch of time. I'm kind of... I don't think Butter fully thought this through. Oh no, never mind, magic.
Yes, we have soup, so it's fine. Okay. Yeah, but this is one of the ways that we're skipping grapple in this. Since, like we said, getting grapple is kind of slow. Especially it's just bad. Yeah, but here we have power bracelets, which we do need, and for one thing, which is an entrance.
Yeah, Stone Watcher. We'll get to it, but
yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Skipping power bracelets at Stone Watcher is like super risky, so
also
not very worth.
Fun stuff. This is one of the few cutscenes that was left in the randomizer. I don't remember if it's been taken out yet, but there you go. It's one of the few that's still in, at least for now, with what we use.
It's out on next update.
Next update. Oh, okay. I'm so sad. It's the best.
You're sad.
It's a great cutscene. I mean, how else are you gonna know how to get into Forbidden Woods? I'm just saying.
How else are you gonna know where Forbidden Woods is than if the cutscene
shows
you Forbidden Woods, and it's very forbidden.
Also, Spy picking up his first sword.
This all makes sense. We'll probably see them go into FW entrance because it leads to Fire Mountain as well, and they're here anyways. It's a good time to do it.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't.
So far, very in sync runners, doing almost exactly the same route.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of differences. Yeah, we're probably gonna see kind of similar routes. It's mostly gonna come down to execution.
As
Spoiler Log usually is. Yeah.
I mean, you can have rough routing in Spoiler Log, but
right.
It's interesting to watch people have different preferences for like what kind of skips they want to do too. Spy? That was
Oh
hilarious.
my goodness, those P-hats were just
Those
all
P-hats got
business.
comfortably close, I'm gonna be honest.
Ooh, Butterlord, unfortunate. Didn't get it
Ooh, yeah.
there.
Not a
Thankfully,
good angle.
he saved it, so it's okay. But it would have been just a little tragic if he fell.
It's much worse to not yeah, not even make it up for sure. The fallback was pretty good. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'd expect if they're both going to keep going, they're probably going to go to boating course next because it's one of the few times you're in the area. And that'll just lead you to Cliff Plateau. They could put it off, to be fair. But, yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's not really many opportunities where we actually come back. We're gonna have to eventually warp back to Forest Haven later in order to get something else. But you don't go to boarding like towards the boating course that often. And like this is probably gonna be the most convenient time to pick it up.
For sure.
Yeah,
Boating course
both runners went.
Yeah. Boating course is taking us to Cliff Plateau, and this is super convenient because the high style, which you can get to via exiting the back door, is also a check that we need.
So nice for nice first try storages from both our runners.
Interesting that Spy is not doing the strat that we're seeing Butterlord do over here. Butterlord is saving a bunch of time over Spy just by doing that.
It's definitely a very nice try. It's very fast and it's pretty easy. It's just mostly the setup.
Yeah, you set up a specific position and angle. It's not that specific. It's pretty lenient, but...
Yeah, but you can see like they both entered boating course at about the same time. I think Butter entered just a little bit earlier than Spy. But it's kind of crazy.
Okay, it looks like Butterlord routed in mail checks here, whereas Spy did them at Forest Haven. Oh no,
mailing the Wind Waker.
The Wind Waker.
We are mailing the Wind Waker, you guys.
Let's go.
Let's go. You gotta mail the Wind Waker at least once.
Okay, then Spy is going to do Ghost Ship at Crescent. Fair enough.
Yeah, Crescent does have not Crescent. Ghost Ship does have a Moblins letter, which I can't exactly remember off the top of my head what it leads to, but I just know it's important. No, it leads to Picto Box, which we do need. We do need both Picto Boxes actually. So we get to take pretty colored photos today.
Interesting. That means, okay, so that tells us Spy is not actually going for grapple skip then. Because the Pictos are only for grappling hook. Oh no, Minenko, I'm dumb.
We kind of need to, we need to take pretty pictures.
We need to take pretty pictures of Minenko.
Minenko does just kind of have a shard.
Minenko isn't real, she can't hurt you.
Also, Spy is collecting some money here on Ghost Ship. Makes sense. There's a lot of money at Ghost Ship.
Yeah, this is a pretty good time to be doing that.
And we do need some money.
We do need some money. Alright.
And we're going back
to be going back to Windfall now.
Yeah. So we're going back to Windfall for another trip. I think there is a forced free trip Windfall.
I'm pretty sure it's a 3-trip Windfall, yeah.
Which is kind of sad, but it happens.
Yeah, because you needed to get Delivery Bag to start Zunari Stock Exotic, and then that's going to be another trip, so... It happens.
Oh, that's right. Ghost Ship is at Greyfish. Although, I would then argue that because Ghost Ship at Greyfish is near the end of the cycle, right? At that point, you might as well get Grapple, because Grapple's on camo. Although no, this pick the box. Never mind.
If you aren't doing Grapple Skip, that does make a lot of sense, Jay. You're going to be paying Song of Passing anyways if you're not doing Grapple Skip. That does make a lot of sense.
Oh man, pretty flower. So it looks like Spy's gonna go ahead and decorate the town first, which makes sense. So everybody likes planting flowers. It also makes sense because you get a free town flower. And once you pick it up, decorate the reward for decorate town, you can just pick up one of the flowers and just use it for stock exotic.
This is good for me because I forget how many flowers you need for decorate the town.
Too many.
Too many. I would have restocked them while I was nearby. Honestly.
Yeah, and Butter is heading off to our first dungeon. I guess spoiler alert, but we're in a spoiler log, so I guess it's okay.
Spoiler alert.
So Butter is heading off to the Dragon Roost Cavern entrance, which does lead to Forbidden Woods. So it's very interesting. So there's 2 bows in Forbidden Woods, actually. So that's fun.
It's really quite gross.
It really is. There's also... And if you're thinking, oh, well, I can get a bow somewhere else, you can't. There's a bow on Cyclos, which is bow locked. So, yeah. You're just...
Your options for bows are go in here.
Go
Interesting.
in here.
Okay, yep. Butter is choosing to use bombs to break these, which is fine, but I would still expect you to want to maybe equip hook shots. Butter is also faster.
Butter is also not going for the leaf pump, so you can skip the bulb that Butter just went into. If you leaf pump to where he is now, you can grab the ledge, and you can do that, and you can just skip that first bulb. So that's just a little interesting thing. We'll probably see it later with Spy. He'll probably most definitely go for that.
Yeah, I think Spy would. Forbidden Woods always loaded. True.
It always, yeah.
Oh, Spy just like showing us the flower.
Yeah, it shows the option to keep it or throw it away. And I would highly recommend not ever throwing it away. Alright, yeah.
There was one time I hovered over the option and it actually made me panic.
Alright, we're gonna go to Lenzo. But we can leave, because we don't need to... We don't need to do Lenzo's assistant. But we do need to get up into the top portion of Lenzo's little house.
Doesn't Spy... Oh, okay. I forgot that Spy got picked up. Yeah, I like that little strat. I think that's quite a fast way to do that. As an alternative to...
Butter did not, okay. So...
What's going on Butter's side?
He didn't store a hole in tree.
Okay.
So... He couldn't, we also don't have bow, so... Because he can't do, because, you know... Because there's a shield in Vine May's, left chest, I think?
Yeah. Left chest.
Lenzo's assistant doesn't have any. Cafe Bar Postman has the other shield.
Yeah, the reason for Lenzo's is Pompey and Vera has the other Picto.
Yeah, we need it for Minenko. And Camo, I guess. Well,
It leads to
leads to a shield. Technically. Yes.
Technically true.
Yes. If you don't know, you only need one shield in order to beat the game. Depending on certain aspects of what checks you have. But you really only need one shield. And that's just to reflect the arrow back at Ganon at the very end. And it only checks to see if you have a shield.
By just casually showing Minenko a photo of 2 random people from the island.
It was her and Lenzo.
It's true, actually. My bad.
Also, Butter is going to go ahead and defeat Callie, Deimos, with bombs.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Butter routing in Callie Deimos first, it looks like. Did Butter open the Hyrule part?
No.
Ooh.
He couldn't get there.
You can do it with leaf pumps.
Can you? Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if you need a leaf pump now that I think about it. I think it's just awkward ledge grab timing.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, this dungeon route's gonna be an interesting one to compare and see what the difference is with Spy.
Oh, leaf pumps or chest storage, yeah. Probably get over there with leaf pumps in.
Yeah.
But I don't think he opened it. So it's gonna be a bit of a trek to get back there. Kind of unfortunate, but it happens.
What can you do? Yeah, we're seeing the save warp. Spy, meanwhile, doing Zunari trade quests and then almost certainly going to be heading towards Stonewatcher.
Let's see. And looks like it. So, like we said, Camo has a grappling hook, and that's just really unfortunate. But you can skip grapple. It's it's a little crazy, but that's why Spy picked up double magic, and he also has suit, so it's fine.
It's a little safe.
Yeah, it's definitely faster than playing Song of Passing about 10,000 times.
You need to play it quite a lot, yeah. I've never actually seen grapple skip done, so I am learning today. I knew Spy could do it because I've had him try to flex on me with it before, and I'm not about that, but
yeah, you basically have to get chest storage, and you have to go to yeah, he's saving, so he's setting up a safety save as well.
That's a smart plan.
Yeah, but basically you get chest storage, and there are certain points where you can stand in the room, like in that little main hub area, and you can stand there and you can like use leaf to leaf over.
I almost guarantee if Spy had time to practice before this run, he was probably practicing this.
Oh yeah,
because I don't think he's done it in a little bit.
Yeah. Also, we're seeing some bomb push storage. He got it.
Took a couple of tries, but you get it.
Yeah.
Done.
It's definitely not an easy trick. Let me see. Yeah. So basically, there's just little bits of collision that you can stand on in order to get up here. And that is one of the reasons that this trick is kind of difficult. You can also just easily void out.
Thankfully, with power bracelets, we actually have 3 attempts before we even need to save warp. So that's not too bad.
Or soft reset.
Soft reset, yeah.
Don't save warp. That's a bad idea. You're gonna be really sad then. So Butter is making his way down the basement, which is where our bows are. Having a bit of trouble. It looks like with this clip in here. There's a couple different places. There's a couple different ways you can get down into basement. This is one of the ways. There's also a bomb ledge clip that you can do at the very top, where you can like just get pushed out of the
done
back.
it.
And there you go. That's
Grapple skip.
skip. And which looks
Actually insane. That even with having to try it a second time, I'm pretty sure that was still faster
it's
than the
still
amount of times
faster.
that you have to play Song
Like
of Passing.
passing for Kama. Yeah. Also, unfortunately, it looks like Butter voided, which means he will have a soft reset in order to get back. That's faster than 13-ish songs of passings. I don't know about that. Come on. Yeah, so Spy is saving a lot of time. Just skipping Grapple. It's incredibly slow.
Like, don't mock having to play Song of Passing 13 times. I get to make myself a coffee.
So it's like Butterstream Pro. So have a nice look at the bulb, I guess.
Have a nice look at the bulb, I guess.
But Spy is also now going into Forbidden Woods. So that's fun. We get to talk about that. I'm sure Spy will have a pretty different route compared to Butter. We'll probably see another grapple skip.
Oh, it looks like Butter's stream crashed, from what I can tell.
Oh no. Hopefully they are local recording.
Hopefully, yeah. Is always a good idea to local record once you're doing the tournament races.
Yeah. So what I was talking about earlier that Butter wasn't doing is what Spy's doing right now. So you can ledge grab there, and it just saves a little bit of time. And in races like these, where it's all execution based, that adds up. Because you will generally see runners finishing very close to each other. So little things like that matter.
Very true. Right. It looks like we are going to see Spy Storable and Tree. I'm not sure why Spy insisted on killing the Bokobaba plant there, but...
You know? I guess it's a lot of work getting the storage first and then just going up and killing it.
You miss once and you decide, you know what, I'm getting this.
Oh yeah, that's right, spawning this bulb.
On the bulb.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's true if you got it really fast, but the grapple hook was like not cooperating at all.
Like, I promise I know why we do things that we do in this game. Yeah, there's just a lot of waiting in Forbidden Woods. A lot of stuff just has to, like, despawn in order to make things happen. It's kind of...
I like how Spy had nearly a full double magic meter and still he chose to pick up the one magic drop in this entire room.
Look,
it's so funny.
Scary. Scary stuff.
It's pretty scary.
So Spy went ahead and did another grapple skip. There's a lot of grapple skips in this.
FW is there's quite a lot of little things that you do to optimize FW. It's not the most complicated, but little movement.
Yeah.
Important in here.
A lot of dungeon has just a lot of movement. Picking up that shield.
There's that shield.
The only shield we will see. You will not see Mirror Shield. I am so sorry to everybody that loves like Mirror Shield. I'm so sorry.
I mean, Spy specifically commissioned a change to his model so that he could have a prettier Mirror Shield.
Well, you know, I don't think we're gonna see that. Also,
looks like Butter is back. That's good.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on.
He's still trying to get into the basement.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he was clipping in with chest storage. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone clip at that point, so I was like, where are we? I'm lost.
Also, Spy is doing one of the few ways that we can do a basement early.
Yeah. So you have the option of storing a door, and then when you open another door, Link will kind of move towards the first door, and you'll end up loading the room, but positioning yourself a little out of bounds. And we can use that to essentially just clip into the basement really quickly. P-Hat did lots of things wrong. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I can't remember if when you use the bulb to go back up, you can clip through the little covering that's covering it right now. If you don't,
Also, I just realized I also did not open the hub room pot.
I'm assuming that you can leave back up and you can just kind of pass through the little thing at the bottom. Then that's
I didn't open
store unless you can get back up there with chest storage.
You can. That's what Spy's doing.
Yeah, then he's gonna store this.
I was also wondering why. Chest. Yeah, exactly. I was wondering why didn't he store chest across flower? But yeah, he's storing this.
So you can get back up.
Go back up.
Yeah.
Exactly. That makes a lot more sense then.
Also, do we know it? Never mind. I was about to say, do we know if either runner got a fairy? And then I'm like, wait, they
already have. The soup was like one of the first things they got.
I forgot. You know.
It's okay. We're not on tracker duty. That means we're allowed to be incompetent.
Oh my goodness, that P-Hat.
That P-Hat was being rude.
That P-Hat would have ruined Spy's day.
So when you have chest storage here, you can turn on the fan, which just sort of exists here, and you can just kind of clip through the ceiling.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Very convenient.
Yeah, especially since, you know, we already need chest storage in order to, you know, get into the boss. Since we are not picking up big key. So, you know, it's just convenient.
I could tell Spy was being a little careful there. So normally, when you shoot those, I don't know, those door flowers, I'm not sure what they're actually called, with a bow, you might choose to shoot them and then like get your arrows back by side hopping in the door frame. But in one race, me and Spy in the same race, both voided by side hopping into the door frame with chest storage. So we are both scarred now.
So, Spy is killing Kelly Damos a different way than what Butter did. He is going to shoot down the vines at the top in order to bring down Kelly Damos, because normally you use a boomerang in order to do that. The only problem is that you kind of have to go pretty fast, because after a certain point, the vines will start growing back up and connecting again.
It's not that fast. It's like
well, I mean, it's lenient, but you'd be pretty sad if you missed it.
Spy was scaring me a little bit. I know that if you have a Master Sword, you can do one quick spin and then just slash. But that didn't make me any less uncomfortable. Because I'm so used to just double quick spinning Kelly Damos. But there we go. Quick kill, and honestly, that's really wild. So it looks like these runners are pretty close, but because Spy has gotten so much done on Windfall and is leaving at the same time, I feel like Spy is a little bit ahead right now.
Well, Spy also has the Scale the Wall shard, and
oh, you're right.
And
Spy is a decent distance ahead.
Because, like I said, we don't know exactly Butter's, I guess, comfortability at this. I don't think that's a word, with doing grapple skip. So if Butter isn't comfortable doing grapple skip, that's gonna take a while to do.
Yeah, that costs a lot of extra time for sure.
and now we're back on our way to our last trip at Windfall. We're so sad. At least on Spy's side. We still have some more trips on Butter's side for Windfall.
True. Sailing around to the dock. If all you really need is Zunari, this is just a little bit of free time. And there's our irons.
Yeah, so
the Wind Temple.
Right, which we're probably gonna see next. We have we have everything that we need. Might as well.
Yeah, fair enough. So we'll see Spy head off that way. Wind Temple is pretty much a go mode dungeon. You need to pick up a small key as soon as.
Oh no, he's going to NTI. He's going to Northern.
Oh, that makes sense.
Cyclos. He's getting lights. Yeah. So that bow we were talking about earlier. Cyclos has a bow, and you need a bow in order to kill Cyclos. Also, Butter is doing Lenzo door cancel, which is kind of.
Oh no. Butter messed up the setup for Lenzo door cancel.
Oh no.
You can recover from this. It's a little awkward. Oh no, he's just choosing the save one.
Yeah.
So you can actually set yourself up in front of the door to do Lenzo door cancel even without like having opened the door. It's not actually that ridiculous. But comfort. How to get the check without door cancel? I would suspect not if he's choosing to do door cancel.
I say I don't know. Because if you need to check, it's just honestly faster to not do the door cancel and to just go ahead.
In this case, I think it would have definitely been faster. If you need to do Lenzo's assistant, 100%. But even here, I'm like, I don't think you needed the Lenzo door cancel.
It's faster to do door cancel in the second try.
Oh, true. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because you'd have to go into Lenzo, talk to him,
then leave.
It doesn't seem that much slower though.
And he got it. Oh, and that's right. You do skip the cutscene of Lenzo and then go. You do door cancel.
Oh, true.
You did get a second try, so I'm gonna say it's not that bad.
It can be frustrating though.
Yeah, and Spy is heading off to Wind Temple now.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Can go ahead and do it. And I don't think we don't need a lot in Wind Temple as well.
We need Molgara.
Right. We don't need a lot.
We need one boss kill and actually nothing else. You need a shard so that you can get a boss kill.
We also need
everything else is
You do need a small.
Yes. You do need a small key so that you can get the
never forget your small keys. You're gonna be really sad when you get down to the basement after like flipping down and you need a small key and there's just no way to skip it.
So Spy is picking up this. This is an orange rupee.
I don't think he finished all the stuff that he needed to, right? Unless he still needs flowers. If he doesn't, I think he spawned that by accident. Because you only need one tree in order to do this.
Yeah, but I don't. Why did Spy do that?
I like I said, I think it might have just been a mistake.
Are we getting ready for the Saga, my people?
Oh no! Wait. Oh, is Butter? Yeah, Butter. It looks like Butter is playing all songs of passing in order to get Grapple.
Butter is playing song of passing.
Yeah, makes sense. Grapple skip is definitely one of those niche things where
I gotta learn it.
When it's useful, it's so useful, as we're clearly seeing in this case.
Yeah. I think Jay has a really good point I've never thought about before a while ago though, where he was saying that like you could just go to Great Fish by just eating the car, by the way. You could just go to Great Fish and then play there, and that could be where you get Ghost Ship too.
Spy opted to, which I wholeheartedly saw coming. Spy is picking up the small key that is down here at the Tingle statue chest. The other small key is inconvenient to say the very least.
It's not that bad. It's in mini Cyclone Room, but I think this one was definitely a bit faster.
Well, yeah, I would say this one's faster. Because you would have to go, so you would go backwards, and at that point you just open up the grade if you're up there. Like, open up the floor in order to open up the middle of the room. But I just think this one's faster.
And now we leave Makar behind and never talk to the stinky boy again.
Yeah, Makar's just gone now. Alright, so Spy's gonna skip this. Skip opening up the middle of the room by
probably,
just...
Yeah, I was gonna say,
probably
store middle of hub room.
Yeah.
And then we'll use that as a way for us to skip the big key later.
Yeah, we're gonna skip. We're gonna do a lot in this, and we're still Song of Passing. Is that a word? I don't think it's a word.
Song of Passing.
Song. It sounds like Song of Passing.
Song of Pause Champ.
Yeah, Song of Pause Champ. We are just waiting for the full moon. We are just waiting for this full moon to show up.
Hey, there it is!
Hey, there it is! Yay!
So, to give you a sense then of how long that was, I'm pretty sure around when Spy entered Wind Temple, we're on our way to the boss pretty quickly right now. We're fairly far down, was when we started playing Song of Passing. It is slow. Camo sucks.
Camo does suck. End the story. We hope you enjoyed, though.
Yeah, this was the only rude part about the preset A portion of this seed. Ban preset A? I mean, it's my ban.
Yeah, but Spy, so we saw earlier, Spy just kind of glossed over the fact that Spy just flipped into a door frame in order to get into basement. And now we're gonna stand on these fans.
Butterlord actually.
Oh my goodness, I don't like that. I did not like what Spy did there. I know it's one way that you can do that, but it stresses me out.
Oh yeah, Spy showed that to me once, and I was like, yeah, I don't know it saves much time, it seems a little riskier, and then he just started doing it, which is a very Spy thing to do, to be honest.
Fast. It's just a little scarier.
It is fast, but we're talking about the difference of like a couple seconds, like not even 5. Unfortunately, I think Butter's having some stream and computer issues, most likely. The timing is generous.
Really?
There's only so much stress my heart can ever take.
Right. This is assuming that just doing spotty
sometimes. Oh, okay.
Unfortunate. Hopefully he's a local recording then.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if he's aware of it, he probably will be recording.
Like, all I can say is that Wind Temple big key skip, just getting down there is scary to me. It's the scariest. It's one of the harder big key skips because it takes so long to get down there.
I think it's the most difficult big key skip because you have the most to do in between getting chest storage and getting there.
Right. I would say it's also kind of scary.
In contrast to the FW big key
that we saw,
where you just walk through the door, basically.
You walk into the side of the door, and it's great.
And you're done. That's it.
That's it. Butter is Needle Rock Cave.
Which was Bomb Island.
Yes.
So it could be Butter's trying to get Overworld done and then just finish with dungeons. Some people like to do that. It's not uncommon that you'll have a check or maybe 2 checks, something like that, where you have a really hard time figuring out how to fit it in, like with your dungeons or with a clean route. So it just ends up being this off thing you have to do, and people pick for preference then, do I do it before the dungeon or after?
Also nice. Nice kill on Spy side
Yeah.
Molgara. Also,
We kind of glossed it over, but it was a reasonably fast Molgara.
also nice music. We do enjoy whenever Molgara is in Logic because we get to listen to the fun songs.
And the fun songs.
I was really close to avoiding. Oh boy, that would have been really sad.
That would have been pretty tragic. But to be fair, Spy Cat Jam isn't enabled, unfortunately. It's a dang shame, but Cat Jam in your heart. And now we're seeing Butterlord off to Popper and Choo Choo Cave. Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're right. Butter did come here earlier and must have come here and only traded once.
I'm not sure if he didn't have enough. I don't remember. I don't know if he didn't have enough money or just wanted to trade once. It's just really sad. Yeah,
Cat Jam earlier today. Oh, that's going to be important for the Wind Waker crowd. We love our Molgara.
we
Cat Jam.
we do appreciate you, Advocate.
Thank you.
So Spy is on its way to Diamond's tab. For our dungeon. For our last dungeon. So our last dungeon is Taji. And it's very slow. It's just a slow dungeon.
It's a lot of cutscenes that you can't do anything about. The actual play part of the dungeon's reasonably fast.
Yeah. The cutscene, there's a lot of cutscenes and a lot of waiting.
And we're seeing over on Butterlord's side. So that nonsense thing we saw Spy do earlier, this is how you're supposed to do this check.
Yes. Also, welcome to Tachi. There are some interesting things on.
Welcome to Tachi. We have cycles.
We do have cycles, yes.
So you'll see, Tachi is like a pretty straightforward dungeon for the most part. There was about 3 things we needed in it, and at the beginning you can grab both the big key for the boss and a small key, which you hard require in this room. So it's just a really convenient place to go.
Yeah, the big key is just in this chest that Spy's picking up right now. So, I mean, you're already having to get the check that requires more work. So you might as well grab big key so you don't have the big key skip.
Yeah. Just kind of convenient. This was something I didn't know earlier as well. So I saw Butter go to the left side of the counter for Zenari. I thought you had to, but you don't. And then we're gonna plop that exotic down.
Here we go. Who's ready to stock more flowers? Also, we failed to mention it, but there's 2 ways. We're gonna see Spy skip floor 1. There's a couple ways you can do it. There's some on the left side where he was originally, but there's also some on the right side. So the way that he's gonna do is he's gonna try to do a bomb ledge clip. And now he's just gonna use the statue because he didn't get it first try.
That's not gonna work.
That was not gonna work. That's gonna work.
Yeah, I just like always opt to do the statue. I know the bomb ledge clip is faster, but I don't trust myself.
Yeah, but he's just gonna leave pump across in order to skip it.
Yeah. And when you're just below a bit of collision, such as the floor there, the game will put Link on the ground, like at floor level. So we abuse that to basically get where we want to go.
Yeah, there's really not much to say right now. One
runner's planting flowers and the other one's a dodge.
I mean, I can't.
Normally SOs are really technical, and most of this was, but there's not much we can do about a long side quest and probably the slowest dungeon in the game.
Oh, and unfortunately, Spy missed that cycle. So you
It's
hold
pretty tight.
forward. Yeah, basically you can just hold forward and you can roll, I think, twice, and you'll grab onto that ledge. That moves. I think you just barely grab it. So if you miss a roll or something, you will not make it.
Yeah, it's a little bit tight, but those electric chew jellies look delicious. To each their own.
By the way, if you ever wanted to do like a very simple trick, the one that Spy just did now, very easy to do. If you ever wanted to like do something that doesn't really it's not really hard to pull off, and you just want to look cool, that is one trick I highly recommend.
You can be honest, Crystal. If you want a gateway drug into Wind Waker Randomizer,
So true. If you just want to, if you just want something to do, it's great.
it is honestly a pretty a very like it looks like something interesting happens. Nothing interesting happens. You just pick up the statue through the floor because why not?
It's fast. Yeah, but you basically like you can throw the statue at the very edge, and you get up on top of the platform, and you can just call the statue, and like put yourself in a crawling position, and when the statue hops, since you're crawling, you're gonna be when the statue hops, you can actually grab the statue through the floor. It's great. Because normally you can. If you're like standing, you can't grab it. But if you're like crawling, you can pick up the statue. It's great. It's very easy.
Throw this out. Sure. That's a good one.
So Butter is now fighting Cyclus. I think he went to NTI as well in order to do that. Also, Spy is doing what we call boomer strats in order to skip command melody. We do have command melody, and we used it for Wind Temple. That's about the only thing we're going to use it for. So he just did one of the mini subs that we have in order to skip it. Also, I hope everybody's ready for this really hard mini boss. This mini boss is really hard. It's against a Dark Nut. We only have masters. I mean, we have some bows and we have a master sword, but it's pretty hard. I'm scared.
Apologize, I had to step away for a second. Okay. Dark Nut just ignoring
Working. You know? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting...
I was expecting the Dark Nut to go pee pee poof, but instead the Dark Nut said no.
Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah. Alright, so we're about to see 2 different dungeons here. So I'm not sure if Butter knew that you can just
hookshot onto the pineapple tree.
Yeah.
I don't know why I called it a pineapple tree.
You know, I guess it kind of looks like a pineapple. I don't know.
I guess it kind of looks like a pineapple.
You know. Also, Butter is going to opt to just fly my car over and put my car on the switch. To stop the wind. And see him leaf over to where you gotta go. Yeah.
We're just gonna do a couple of leaf pumps.
We did it.
We did it. So this is an interesting little trick that Spy's doing over here. You can, this is kinda how you do it, Vanilla. You're supposed to use Leaf to do this, Vanilla. But then you're supposed to end up needing Command Melody. And instead, we just kind of jump on this statue here and then Leaf back over. And let the statue come to us.
Also, little note. So one of the last shard, actually the last overworld shard that we need, is second Armos Night, which is in this room. It's to the left. I think Spy's gotten it yet.
That's a good point.
I'm assuming he's gonna get it soon.
I hope he has not forgotten.
I hope not either. It's...
I mean, it's definitely slower to do like this statue and then come back in the room. But forgetting this shard would be really bad.
Yeah. If he forgets it, it's gonna be rough because it's a trick to get back up here.
It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely a time loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Jay. He's probably gonna come back and respond.
I'm sure it's like in his route, and he probably just forgot to read it. You know, it happens. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
There we go. Turning around.
Okay. Classic Spy, not reading his own route.
Not reading his route. It's yeah, I would say it's not worth going back because you have to watch the cutscene, and there's a lot of cutscenes to watch.
Oh, for sure.
Also, Butter is opting to open up the middle of the hub room instead of doing the clip that we saw Spy do.
Interesting. Doesn't cost too much time, to be fair, but it's definitely a little faster if you get the clip quickly.
Yeah. Also, Spy picking up his last overall shard, which means the only thing that we need now is the shard that is on Godan.
Well, Spy needs to get the sword.
And the other sword. Never mind. Yeah. Please do not go into a mess. Please not.
Oh, that keys.
Dude, that keys was destroyed. You got very lucky that he went back up there, because sometimes those keys are rude and they will just knock you off that ladder into the water, and it's the worst.
There's actually nothing you can do about it.
Hope that it doesn't happen.
Thoughts and prayers. That's about it. Imagine going to break the barrier with one sword missing. No, it's I noticed Spy is like this. Sometimes I'm like this too, actually, where, like, again, if it's just an overworld check, I can't route in. I just leave it. Deal with it after the dungeons.
So it looks like Butter's having a bit of trouble with this chest storage. There is alternatively, you can also do spring storage. You can get storage on the spring. It's something else.
Yeah, you have to. So spring storage is basically we're supposed to see Butter doing, lining up with the very corner, and then you can get a dive. But
I don't think that's the right side. I think it's the other side.
I never knew that the corner is the side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it becomes a double one frame trick because the dive is one frame, since Link will just let go, and that's how we're getting the dive. And then the cancel is also one frame.
So it's just be on the right edge.
It's a lot harder. It's a matter which side just is on the right edge. Oh, okay. Interesting.
I just always do it from this. There we go.
There we go. Okay, so that went fine.
Yeah, it didn't take too long. Which is always nice. Also, Godan.
Godan, Resident Sleeper.
If you have fire and ice arrows, you can shoot them at the hands, and you'll instantly kill the hands.
Because the hands needs 2 damage to take them down.
Yeah, and and Fire and Ice arrows they just do 2 damage. So it's just nice. And it looks like Spy didn't get trolled. Sometimes Godan's hands will just kind of respawn. No reason. They just do what they want. And it's really sad. It's actually just really sad when that happens. Because it wastes so much time. Because you have to like fire more arrows. It's just a pain.
We are seeing Butter working through the same strats that Spy did. The big key, if I recall, was just in an awkward spot here, so it wasn't worth getting. Butter is looking for bombs, probably? I'm not sure what Butter's doing right now.
Big key was a spike wall room first chest, so it's the chest that's already there in the spike room.
Oh, okay. That's actually not that bad.
So, I say, it's not that bad.
I'm not sure... Oh, maybe Butter was looking for a magic drop, but we have soup, so it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Right,
so, yeah. Yeah, I definitely think doing big key skip is faster. Okay.
Okay, that worked.
I was kind of worried that wouldn't work for a second.
I was too. Light airing the hand, so you don't have to think about it.
Fair enough. That's really... Is it?
Really okay. To be honest, I never do that method, so I have no idea.
I do, but I always sword slash to where you grab the ledge.
Wow, that was confidence. So if you fall down there with chest storage, as Butter has, you can be in a really awkward spot. So I tend to slow down a lot in that room because it's just like such a hassle to correct.
Yeah, that was pretty bold, especially since Butter doesn't... I don't think Butter has any bombs still. Did he pick up a bomb drop? Because you can...
No, you can get bomb drops from other places in Wind Temple.
No, but did he have bombs going in there? Because, oh, he picked up in a previous room? Okay. Then it was okay. Because you can bomb boost out of there. It's kind of a pain, but you can get out. It's something else.
It is indeed something else. But that was you just sent it. I'm too afraid. I couldn't do that. You want to unequip Iron Boots, then immediately side hop into the blade, not bomb.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right.
I don't remember. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done that. I'm usually very, like, you usually see people be very careful in that room, regardless.
Every time I've fallen down there, my solution has been to Death Warp, so...
Yeah, no, you can just yeet yourself at the blades, and you'll just boost up so you can get out. That's definitely the world if you fall in there.
Yeah. It really is worth it to run the backup. Oh, totally.
Oh yeah, I know that. I promise.
I need to learn it. I just haven't sat down and put the time in. We are seeing Butter did the same strat Spy did, so you can hook the tongue as Molgara is coming towards you, and then you skip Molgara, essentially having another phase of sitting in the ground, which is a little bit faster.
So Spy is in go mode now. We have all the items that we're kind of just gonna need in order to beat the game. So that's fun.
Yeah, we are off to Hyrule.
Meanwhile, Butter still has just a couple more things to pick up. Also still has to complete Taji and grab all the things that are in there. Actually, I think Butter only has Tachi left. There's a sword and 2 shards there. So yeah, all you have left. Yeah. So all Butter has left is Tachi.
Yeah, because Butter did the rest of his overworld a little bit before he wanted to finish with dungeons, which is mostly personal preference. And breaking the barrier.
Right, so I hope everybody's ready for Hyrule. It's gonna be pretty nice. We do have double magic and soup, so we're allowed to be a bit lenient with the shots that we have to make in order to defeat Puppet Ganon, which is always nice. Grand Staircase, it doesn't really matter because you can grab arrows and magic. But we're gonna have a pretty nice. We're gonna have a pretty nice Hyrule here on Spy side. We have pretty much all the nice items we could want except for a quiver. I mean, quiver is always nice for more arrows, but it's not really required.
I forget where the quivers were.
Not convenient enough.
Yeah, Iowa Steel Lookout Platform and Wizrobe Mini Boss. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I would not say either of those were worth.
And
of course.
We're getting that unbuffered manual super swim practice and on Butter side, waiting for the cycle.
You have nothing better to do. You may as well.
Dude, I might as well
saving
practice.
frames on Spy's side, definitely worth.
Yeah, we love saving frames around here. So also, that was some nice movement from Phantom Ganon. Sometimes he control you and just fly all the way around the room, and you kind of want him close to the door, so you pick up the sword. Yeah, just kind of side hop and do that. So it looks like Butter opted to not save and quit out of left side in order to go right side. Which is kind of interesting. So when you save and quit, it resets the cycles on the rooms. Like in any dungeon that have cycles like that. So Wind Temple is also the same way.
Well, the other thing too is that he doesn't have a lot of magic. So you
Yeah.
can do this skip without magic, but it saves a little time to have it.
Mm-hmm. Monka S. Point.
Right, mage. What?
I don't know.
Jay is communicating through alien symbols. And I don't know what they mean, and I'm scared. So we are seeing the other strat you can do here. If the water cycle is high... Oh, magic. I see.
No.
That's so obvious when you just
That's
said
so
it,
obvious. And like...
My brain's too dumb.
By the way, Spy is fighting
Puppet.
Very nice.
That was actually a very good Puppet Cannon, yeah. So basically, we glossed over it because we were trying to figure out what Jay was saying. But you can snipe Puppet Ganon with the bow rather than actually cutting down the tail, which we pretty much always opt to do at this point, just because it's a little bit faster. Yeah, after that, I mean, every phase of Puppet Ganon has some strats into it. Oh? Hold up.
I'm not sure. I wonder if Butter is getting the Armos Knights confused. So there is also a up here that also has a check. This is the first one that you get to. So in our tracker is first Armos Knight. The check that we need is second, which is which we saw earlier on Spy's side.
We did see a good double crit there from Spy, I believe.
So how's everybody like that silver rupee?
How did I make that silver rupee? Yeah, we must have confused it. So Spy basically was able to skip 2 phases of PG2.
Oh my god, drink soup!
Please drink soup. So, yeah, if Spy had taken another hit, Spy was done.
Yes, I would have died. And, you know, fighting Puppet Ganon's kind of a pain. Imagine fighting Puppet Ganon twice. That's more of a pain. Also, yes, there was sink soup drinking.
There was indeed. Sinking soup drinking.
Alright, so as we already have established, Spy does not have grappling hook. And we're gonna see yet another grapple skip. There's a lot of grapple skips in this, and they're all different. But the one that we're gonna do here is pretty interesting. So there's a chain that you can
rope climb right now.
Oh yeah, and rope climb. That is a very nice rope climb.
That's a very high rope climb.
Or grapple.
Oh, grapple's so skippable?
So true.
It's true. Grapple isn't important. Everything you use grapple for is important. And we got it. And now Spy going for the pod side most likely. And we get that too. Basically, if you hookshot from that point and slide forward, you can immediately grab the wedge. It just saves a little bit of time. And now we're fighting Ganon with Soup and Master Sword. I like to call this on script. Oh, well, we missed Master Sword.
Oh yeah, put away our sword. That kind of happens sometimes. When you're trying to talk to Zelda. And we're gonna drink soup again in order to get that double damage. And it looks like Ganon is behaving for the most part. Hopefully Zelda plays nice today. Ooh, unfortunate. That kind of looked like Ganon's fault though, which makes sense. Oh, then man. This
Zelda is a fast shot sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and we're choosing to go for cutscene skip, which is always fun.
Yeah, that's always fun.
And with that, Spy's finished with a 1:10:35.
GG.
GG, very well played.
Yes.
Well played from both runners.
Yes. That was a very awkward seed.
It really was. That seed was kind of mean.
Also, we are advancing to the next text box. Usually runners will just sit on that first text box, but we have a very special file name that we just want to see, you know? I mean, look at that name. Isn't that a great name?
I like how it ends. Yeah, it's a good name.
738-669! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. That's a name.
That is a heck of a name. Imagine having to be cast as the role of Zelda. You have to shout that convincingly.
Right? I can't. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Right, we are seeing Butter continue on with top sheet. Doing the same stride of later, not missing this time. Oh, and
we are joined by Spy. GG.
GG, Spy.
Hello.
How do you feel about that seed?
The seed really wanted me to get the grappling.
Look, I'm just saying. I was gonna say, let's talk about that grappling hook. Why don't we?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never got it.
Oh right, yeah. I guess. Well, I guess we can ask the Butter about it because Butter did decide to get grappling hook, which makes sense.
Yeah. So, getting both Picto boxes was like hard required to have at least passed the first night. So, I didn't want to sit there for like 5 hours playing Song of Passing for a camo.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, you know?
When Butterlord hit that point of getting Grapple, we saw Jay chime in with it's time for the song of my people. That's a good one. It's a long Song of Passing, like 12 or 13 times or something like that.
Yeah, so when I finished routing and I had like half an hour left, I just used the full half hour to grind out the grapple skip.
We had a feeling.
Figured, yeah. It went pretty
Yeah.
well. You got it second try. That was fairly fast.
Yeah. Different.
Yeah, but honestly, the seed really wasn't that bad. It was pretty nice, except for that grapple. That grapple was just bad.
I thought that
Yeah.
the Picto setup was kind of mean.
Like I said, it wasn't
okay.
all that bad.
The first like 10 minutes of me routing was me just trying to figure out how to do Forest Haven, and I was testing out like magic stuff with getting to Small Island chest with single magic, and I was like, you can't do it, you need double magic. And then I was like, wait, hold on, like double magic is tier 0.
I think you can get to Small Island chest with just single magic. I think it's kind of tight to get it, but I think you can do it.
In practice.
Like I said, I think it's like super
We saw Butterlord do it, so
yeah.
I
think Spy. Well, do you mean from I think Spy means from the Cyclone itself, not from the top. Because I think Butter also had soup at that point as well. Because you both got soup at the same time.
Yeah.
The start of your routes were completely identical for a good while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Butter opted to not get double magic, and
I figured it would help out in like,
yeah,
well, because we had Taji and Wind Temple.
right.
I only had to drink soup like once, so
Yeah.
well, 3 times. I had to drink it twice.
I was about to say, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure we saw you drink it once.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a clip. I'm not sure if you've seen it. But Lost clipped it. You and Butter both drank soup in sync when you were in PG.
Yeah, I had the stream up and I was watching.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I thought that was funny. I was kind of scared about my Wind Temple Big Key skip because I was like, oh, that was a bad jump. I didn't like that, but then I made it and I was like, well, time to move on.
Oh my goodness. Fair enough. You know, you made it, so I guess it's fine. You know.
Yeah.
To be fair, Haley also noted that you were close to voiding at the FW Big Key skip too.
If you jump, you can't void. The part where you like the only way that you can void doing that is if you like have your if your analog stick is on neutral, then you can fall where I jumped. But since I was holding forward, Link jumped, and there's nowhere else that you can fall through.
So Spike, great question. So in Tachi, when you were getting when you're moving that last statue, did you just forget to pick up second Armos, or did you plan to move the statue into the main hub route first and then go back and get it?
I realized as I was putting all the statues on the scales that I was supposed to get that shard, and I was like, well, I mean, I already have the statue here, and I don't want to do the scales again, so I'll just finish this and go back.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm just glad I noticed then and not 5 minutes later.
Oh yeah, you mean after you've gone up already?
Yeah.
Then you're just really sad because you're like, oh man, I forgot to read my route again.
So
time to climb Taji again.
Yo, my trademark on being on SGLIVE is just climbing Taji multiple times.
Thankfully, you did not have to do that today.
Say, I don't know that you want that to be your trademark. Yo, did Butter just hit that hand from the side?
Dude, that was really cool.
I almost got a 1 cycle on Godan. I was like, oh, am I gonna get it? And then I didn't, and I was really sad.
Yeah, it happens.
The hand said no. Here's an arrow.
Here's an arrow. Oh yeah, how'd you like 2 bows in Forbidden Woods basement? That's kind of wacky.
It was interesting. I was working around those bows for a while, for like near the start of the seed when I was routing. And then I made like a last minute route change near the end, and I was like, wait, hold on, I can just store one of those bows for my big key skip.
You could, yeah.
And I did.
You did. We did watch you do that. That's very true.
I'm gonna guess Butter just stored double Mothula.
Yeah, so actually Butter actually took a very different route than we were kind of expecting. Butter actually pulled Kelly Damos first,
Oh.
And kind of did all the rest of his checks afterwards. He did have a bit of trouble getting to basement though.
I think
Yeah.
Butter ran into a problem where if you want to, like, with the point that he entered FW, if you wanted to get to around the hub room, he had to do the leaf pump to grab the ledge. And I don't know if he struggled with it or just wasn't familiar or what, but in the end he just jumped down and fought Kelly Damos and then figured out a chest storage right after.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. You just do something at least when you're trying to fix something. Like, just always do.
Absolutely. Just keep moving.
Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate. I think Butter voided at one point trying to get down to basement though. So that was kind of pretty unfortunate.
Or just got go mode.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you have to like soft reset back, and it takes a long time to go back because he never opened up the warp pot to the hub room.
Okay.
So it just took a while to always, have to go back.
I also did not open that warp pot.
You did not.
That's true. That's what tipped me off that you were gonna store a chest in the basement. Actually,
Yeah.
When you were getting down there, I was like, oh wait a minute.
See, I think with your route though, it made sense for you to not open up the warp pot. Although I guess from Butter's side, he couldn't do it in his eyes because he couldn't make it over. It's just unfortunate with how many times he had to go back. Like
it was brutal.
Yeah. It was pretty rough.
Are there any highlights for you of the seed? I mean, obviously your grapple skip was sweet to see, but your router of the seed.
Honestly, I don't think there was any points where I like lost any time. Like, there's nothing that comes to mind. This in speedrunner language, this went as expected.
Is that speedrunner language? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I run randomizer.
boy.
I'm not good enough for that.
If you're not allowed to be proud of your run. You're only allowed to be like, okay, that's what I wanted to happen.
Okay, you're only allowed to get like 8 gold splits and then go. It's kind of scuffed.
Yeah.
Also, Butter is breaking the barrier now.
Yeah, we are not far out from Butter being finished. Honestly, a great accomplishment, by the way, because it's very common that runners will see when another runner finishes, like they'll have the race time open, and sometimes, especially in like a tournament situation or something like that, where you're like, all right, well, it's over, there's nothing you can do, they'll just quit. Which is fine, you're allowed to do that, but I think it's respectable to finish the race, and it just gets you more practice, so it's really, really cool to see them going for it.
If, like, personally, and like I've done this before, like if I was still halfway through a dungeon and then my opponent finished, I probably wouldn't have finished the seed.
Yeah.
So like, big credit.
Big respect.
Yeah, it's definitely big shouts. It's definitely hard. But sometimes you just gotta push through, and you're like, all right, let's finish. Let's get it. Let's finish it out. Get more practice.
Put
Get
that
more
sword
practice
in
in with.
hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels good.
It does.
So, yeah, I put about 0.2 seconds of thought into Boomerang. I was like, okay, we'll at least see where the Boomerang is, because we have Forbidden Woods, and I saw it was at a place that I never had to go to in the first place, so it was like right there, that's just a no. But then I was also like, it's on my least favorite check in the game, so I'm not gonna do it.
It's play golf for anybody that wanted to know. It was at golf, which is great. Outset.
I felt exactly the same way. I was like, it's on. Be a nerd.
Look, I felt a little bit differently, but I was like, nah, you don't need that.
Yeah. The reason I went for the YOLO strat and Wind Temple Big Key skip was I was like, okay, so I'm like one of the only like 2 people who will even attempt grapple skip and pop print. So, and I know I'm just that right there, that's like 2-3 minutes in my favor. So I'm like, okay, if I void here, I can probably just like I can break even. So I was like, I'll just try the YOLO strat, and it worked. Saved even more time.
Yeah, I was talking about it with Crystal beforehand, and we were both like, we're pretty sure Spy's gonna grapple skip this one, but we were doing our own routing. I'm not doing it. Are you? I'm not doing it.
Nah, no, I'm not doing it.
I did the sneaky grapple skip.
You did. Although you did void the first time you did it.
I did, yeah.
Unfortunate.
You got it.
Right.
You got it pretty fast, actually. Though.
You did get a second try.
The safety save was a good plan, just in case things went really badly.
Mhm.
But it was good that you came there with like power bracelets too. I saw you thinking about that.
Well, I mean, you kind of need power. I mean, you kind of
well,
need
that's true.
to get in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot it was that Stone
I
Watcher.
was gonna say, I don't think anybody's really gonna
You
try.
think I can keep
there.
more than 2 things in my head at once, Crystal? What do you think I am?
I've heard that there's like some kind of setup out there to door cancel into Stonewatcher, but like it's also a lights out setup, and it's only like semi-consistent. So every time there's Stonewatcher, I'm just gonna get power bracelets.
I was about to say,
It's
power
not
bracelets were
worth
just
it.
power bracelets were also just convenient to see since you already needed to go to get small island chests. You're already there. Also,
Ooh,
nice
that
PG
last
one
shot.
on Butter.
Yeah, that last shot from Butter in particular was really nice.
You
and
both
a
had
little
really,
behind,
yeah. You both had really nice PG ones.
for sure.
I got double crit too. Dude, I'm kind of disappointed in myself because like for the last like 2 months, I don't get excited when I get double crit anymore. I'm like, cool, whatever, move on.
We'll be excited for you when you get it. Well,
Okay.
for everybody when they get it. Like, oh, I got double crit. Double crit, by the way, a lot of these tricks are like, oh, we just got this first try, it's fine. A lot of these tricks are pretty difficult to get. They're like frame perfect tricks. And some, but like, they're still really impressive to get, so.
I don't know how frame perfect a single crit is, but I do know that it's a timing thing with no visual indicator. Most people who get crit might have a timing thing where like they move their camera and then they do it. I also know people like me where I just sort of feel it. I'm like,
Yeah.
now.
I almost have like it like there's something in the back of my neck that just kind of like tells me when to do it. It's almost as if I tip like an hourglass or something, and when it empties, I'm like, okay, now I have to do it.
So Haley said that double crit is about a 3-frame window for last shot. So if you don't know, when we get storage, we do something called a Wind Waker dive, and the Wind Waker dive is 3 frames. You can get any 3 frames. So that's about how it is to get a double crit on that last shot. As a comparison, since we have seen a lot of Wind Waker dives.
Oh no, I tried to claim my points bonus on Speed Gaming and it said error and it turned red. No.
So maybe you shouldn't have done that.
I don't think it really saves time, but Butterlord just opened the menu the same frame that we killed you, so the cutscene hadn't played yet. That was interesting. We are seeing another rope climb.
Yeah, those spy senses are good. They tell me when to do double crit and they tell me when to get storage on skull drop and pot drop.
I was gonna say, it tells you when to do pot drop. Also, very.
Honestly, by the way, yeah, both runners with a very good rope climb.
Yeah, you both.
That's a bit of a tricky one. Well, at least I suck, but I also jump slash off of it. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. I do too. I'm not good at rope climbs.
The higher you get, the more consistent your rhythm has to be, so you just kind of have to learn when you need to stop.
My problem is I usually let go before I even get very high, so.
Oh wow, nice shot by Zelda. She shot that arrow very quickly.
Yeah, Zelda let that one fly. Like,
Dang.
she didn't care if she
Butter
killed Link.
I think
Oh,
Brookline
man.
is 15 seconds faster. That's what I heard from Crane,
Speak-
at least.
Speaking of Zelda, Zelda kind of trolled you at the end there.
A little bit, just a bit.
Just a tiny bit.
She was like, "Okay, this time I'm gonna shoot in a year," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then Ganon just kind of like he walked slowly, menacingly towards me, and she just didn't do anything about it. And the second time, she's like, "Oh, you want me to shoot an arrow? I'll do it right now." And it's like, "Oh my god, please."
Yeah.
Also, Butter has now finished with a time of 1:28:46.
Yo.
Nice. That seed
Cool.
very rude.
It really was. We'll be double checking the seed name, but I'm sure it's fine. And yeah, there we go. So that was is that the first race of the top 24?
No, there was a,
No,
a couple more.
missed it. My
No,
bad.
I think Woofer did one, and I think Jay did one.
Okay.
I think this is the first one for this group, at least.
Yeah, I think so.
So there you go.
There we go.
We saw some interesting things. So yeah,
Jay beat you by 50 minutes this morning.
Yeah, get used to it. It's just the mood.
dang,
Not you
man.
specifically. That's just a mood.
Oh man, Pixel. Golly.
But dude, get ready, guys, because like I've got a few more races, and one of them is against the gymnast. So
Yeah, that's gonna go a direction.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty happy with this route. I think I would have like placed pretty high if this was like a qualifier or something.
I do not know if Butterlord will be joining us. I'll have to check.
Hope y'all like these credits, by the way. There were some really good credits. I cry every time.
Does Coral really die here? Because I don't think he does. Because he's like teleporting around before, and he like possesses a boat. He must already be a ghost. So when he's like, "I'll drown," it's like, aren't you already like not alive?
Good question. Don't know. I have to ask.
We're getting some deep lore here that
One does
I don't
not
know.
simply possess a boat.
Probably give this another couple of minutes, but I'm not hearing.
Oh
anything
my
about it.
god, Tetra Zelda?
Oh my god, what?
Spoiler alert!
God, what? Oh man. Also, we no longer have the Marv skin that Butter uses. It's just Link now.
Oh yeah, when you get to the end credit scene, you just lose your model for some reason.
You know, makes sense. But now I guess we get this nice scene.
Very lovely.
All right, so oh man, you my model is still like backwards though because it's like still Link and then he's like just kind of drowning and it's funny because his face is in the water.
That makes sense. Yeah, we do have some. Yeah, people love talking about your model.
Dude, my model is hands down the best one there is.
I would have to disagree because I have my own bias, but I think everybody thinks their model is the best.
Dude, just wait until reverse Linka.
Please
Oh
no.
God.
Please no.
So I'm guessing Butter isn't joining us.
Unfortunately, yeah, we're not hearing anything back from Butter, so I think we might just wrap things up.
Yeah, yeah, we haven't really heard anything, but GG to both to you, Spy, and to Butter. That was a seed.
It was a seed.
It was pretty rough, but
Props to J-Wist for it.
oh yes, Jay did roll this seed, so any complaints can go straight to him. Yeah.
Hey, I am going to thank Jay because I got to show off my grapple skip. It was great.
Oh my goodness gracious! I'm sure Butter would have loved to have some nice words with Jay about that seed.
That is true. In Spoilerlog especially, it's really rare that you're ever gonna want to do raffle skip.
And in this case, I was like, dude, I'm forced to play Song of Passing 12, 15 times.
Is
Yeah.
there
No.
another run after this one? I'm actually not 100% on that.
As far as I know, there's not any more Zelda.
Although I'm gonna 1v1 someone later. If you guys
Oh,
want more content, come
Wow,
follow
Spy.
me.
No, it's 5.
But
My
we
God.
will say definitely thank you to everyone who helped set this up and put it together. Thank you to SGL. And yeah, thank you to our runners for putting up a good fight against one another.
Thank you, Pixel, for calming with me, and thank you, Jay and Haley, for tracking this. We can't do it without any of y'all. And
Sure.
yes, and once again, shout out to both our runners. They both did incredibly well.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I think with that, I think we're good. I can't think of anything else, so I guess we can all say our goodbyes.
Bye, lots of people.
Bye, everyone.